What if I told you one of history's greatest inventors believed it might be possible to build a machine that could communicate with the dead? This wasn't the plot of a horror movie. It was an idea seriously discussed by one of the most famous inventors in history, Thomas Edison. When you hear the name Thomas Edison, you probably think of the light bulb, the phonograph, or early motion pictures. He held more than 1,000 patents and helped shape the modern world through invention. But late in his life, Edison became fascinated by a very unusual question. If human consciousness survives death, could science detect it? This wasn't because he claimed to believe in ghosts. Instead, Edison approached the idea like an engineer. He reasoned that if consciousness continued after death, perhaps it interacted with the physical world in ways too subtle for humans to notice. And if that were true, maybe an extremely sensitive scientific instrument could detect those tiny interactions. Around the 1920s, Edison mentioned that he had been thinking about building what reporters later called a spirit communication device. Unlike seances or Ouija boards, Edison imagined something different. He wanted a machine, a device so sensitive that if any intelligence from another world tried to communicate, it would amplify the faintest signal into something measurable. In his own words, he believed science, not superstition, should test extraordinary claims. It was a surprisingly modern mindset. Instead of asking people to simply believe, he wanted evidence. The newspapers loved the story. Headlines spread around the world claiming that Edison was inventing a machine to talk with ghosts. The public was fascinated. Remember, this was just after World War I, when millions of families had lost loved ones. Spiritualism, the belief that the dead could communicate with the living, had become incredibly popular. Many people hoped science might finally prove what they wanted to believe. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. No one has ever found the machine. No blueprints, no prototype, no photographs, no patent. Some historians believe Edison never got beyond the idea stage. Others think journalists exaggerated his comments into a sensational story. And some wonder whether he quietly experimented but abandoned the project after finding no evidence. The truth is, nobody knows. Ironically, that mystery has kept the story alive for more than a century. People still search for clues about his ghost machine. It has inspired books, documentaries, films, and countless paranormal investigations. Yet there is still no reliable evidence that such a device was ever completed, or that it could have worked. In the end, this story says less about ghosts than it does about Edison himself. He believed even the strangest ideas deserved to be tested through evidence rather than accepted or dismissed without investigation. Whether he was chasing an impossible dream or exploring an unusual scientific question, his curiosity never stopped. And perhaps that's the real invention worth remembering. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Talking Tech for more incredible stories where science, history, and innovation collide.